All right, so let's recap. It's day 2. I usually try to spread out detailing over a couple of days so that I'm not out here for 20 hours straight. But normally I just try to get as much done in the first day, and that way the second day is a little more enjoyable. I can take my time and also give the waxing time to set up. So what I did yesterday, obviously washed the car. First washed the wheels, washed the tires, clean out fender wells, which I do normal wash. Then I foamed the car with 50% Chemical Guys Citrus Red, and secondly I did 50% Adams APC, which seemed to do a pretty good job. It stripped a decent amount of the wax off. You could tell because the beading of the car wasn't as good as it was before. I actually had a coat of Menzerna Power Lock sealant, topped with 2 coats of a Colonite 845, which I still love. So stripped that off, then washed, or foamed the car, then washed it with more Chemical Guys Citrus Red, and then obviously sprayed it off. Dried the car briefly, just blew it off, so that I could do the decon step. Used auto Finesse iron out. And I was surprised. I didn't expect. Usually it's kind of a waste of time to use iron out on my cars, especially after I get them, because I usually keep them pretty darn clean. But there was some iron in the paint. Not a lot, but there was some. You could see some. You can tell because there would be little sort of purple dots. So did the iron out. Then obviously sprayed the car down. Sprayed some hides in the rotors. It's so humid here in Florida that it really doesn't completely fix the rust, but a combination of hides, backing up, pulling up, backing up, and with the brake pedal depressed helps a little bit. And there's still plenty of rust in the rotors, which there's not really much you can do about. Then I brought the car in, dried it, just real basic dry. I don't worry about getting on the door jambs or anything, because I next to auto scrub the car, so you're getting lube all over the thing. So we auto scrubbed it, including the windows. So the windows are auto scrubbed. Right now the windows are still pretty dirty. What I'll do after I put the second coat of wax on is I'll take care of the glass. So after the clay, then dry it off, spray out all the door jambs, and polish. So actually, I guess tape and then polish. So take off the trim, all this black trim. You don't want, especially the headlights. You don't want to hit that with a polisher. You'll ruin the clear coat pretty quickly. Excuse me. So take the car, polish it. Polishing probably wasn't necessary, but I could see some minor imperfections, probably largely from the auto scrub. I don't care what anybody says. Any clay auto scrub, it's usually going to create some micro marring. It's a question whether you can see it or not. But the jeweling polish helps to shine it up anyway. It really isn't taking much clear off, if any. So I wouldn't worry too much about hitting the car with a polish. I'm only going to do it every 6 or 8 months. So throughout the life of the car, as long as I'll have it. Let's say that I did a compound polish when I bought it, finishing polish, and then once once a year, every 8-9 months, I'm going to do a finishing polish. As long as you take care of it when you're washing it, you shouldn't have to compound it again. So the paint looks fantastic now. So after the polish, I always wash it off. Try to get there's dust all over the car, and I want to get the residue off, get the stuff off the windows. Try to clean it up. So I just washed it, foamed it with Adams car shampoo, which is my favorite car wash shampoo, and wiped it down. But be real gentle, because there's nothing on the paint to protect it from scratching. So you be real careful with that. Bring the car in, blow it off. I actually usually let it sit, then take a break. So you figure I was about 10 hours in after washing it prior to wax. I let it sit after drying it off. That way it's certain it's dry, because I hate getting water in my pads. It makes me have to use another pad. So I took a break, came back so I took a break around, so I started at 8:30 in the morning, took a break until, or worked pretty much straight, other than getting a drink of water occasionally and something to eat real quick. So I worked straight until about 6 o'clock, 6:15. Took a 2-hour break, went to the gym, came back around 8:30, started again, so 8:30 till about 10:30, putting the coat of wax on. So that's where we are today. Last night I always put 2 coats of wax on. I don't know if that really helps, but certainly if you ever missed a spot, Auto Finesse claims that you can layer it. So I'm going to do that. I've always layered colonite as well. So hopefully that adds a little bit of extra depth. The main reason to do it is if you missed the spot, missed a little, small little area somewhere, you're going to hit it. Certainly the odds would favor you're going to hit that area. You always want to let especially a carnauba wax cure. Most sealants recommend the same thing too. So I always do it to where, try to line it up so where I can get the wax on the night before, let it sort of cure overnight, and now the car is ready for another coat of wax. So I figured I'd show you how I do that. This stuff, Auto Finesse Desire, I think it's like $200. Pretty small little tube for $200. The verdict is out of whether it's any better than the colonite. At first glance, I think it does give a little bit more depth and clarity. It's hard with white paint. I mean, white paint is kind of boring and hard to see a difference. I'm sure you'd be able to see a more noticeable difference on a black or a dark gray or something like that, a blue. But it certainly looks good, feels great, smooth. Obviously the polishing step does most of that, but the paint really does look fantastic. So I'll show you real quickly how I do this. You have to use this stuff sparingly. One, because it's $200, and two, you don't want to put a big thick layer on. It takes longer to get off. So I use this is my pad from last night, which should be fine to use again. Just get a little bit of wax on there. Nothing fancy, and then just lay it on. I always put the wax down, so I'm not tempted to go and get and sort of re-up the pad, I should say. You don't want to put too much wax on the car. It just makes it hard to get off. It doesn't do you any good to put any extra on there. I think this stuff is wipe on, wipe off. The directions don't really say, but what I did last night is just sort of let it sit. Basically started at this panel, worked my way all around the car, and by the end, it had been sitting on the car for 15 minutes or so, and I wiped it off. I always hit the lights, all the plastic. I don't wax the trim, because I usually use Wolf's nano sealant on that. It does a really great job. A lot of Wolf's products, I've tried them all. The only thing I really like is the glass, what they call it, glass shield or something like that. It's the only one that I really like using. I've used their body wrap, and I've used their hard body. That stuff was junk. I think they probably misadvertised that. It barely even lasted 3 months. It was supposed to last years. That's it. Put wax in the car. I'll let it sit. I'm going to go around and wax the whole thing, and then I'll sort of remove it. Last thing I need to do, I'll just dress the tires real quickly. I need to do the windows. What I'll do is I'll do just a window cleaner, clean them. I'll wipe it down with alcohol, and then I'll do a fresh treatment of Wolf's glass shield. Thanks for watching.